Prior to that, they were in the 2 spot in the West. Minnesota's played better of late after hovering around 500 for a while. 3rd overall pick back in 2022. You had Jalen Green, the 2nd pick in 2021, and then Thompson, 4th pick in 2023.
And you talk about their struggles from the three-point line. Dillon Brooks is the wild card with regard to that.
Edwards soars and misses the jam, and Brooks out of there with it. Cuts the defenders in half and scores. 5 quick points for Brooks, and now a technical foul on Anthony Edwards. That really important player, Katie, as you mentioned, for them at Auburn. The 1 year he was there.
Is a massive part of what this team does. Defensively, they clean up the glass, and then they're the #1 offensive rebounding team in the league. He's a big part of that, playing to their strengths, and this game you knew was going to be a battle of wills to see which team could get to their strong suit.
Edwards, magic with the bounce, and then hitting the long 2. Shoved Edwards there off the ball. Edwards with a little push back. Edwards hoping that the official sees it. Houston is 13 of 15 from the floor, and now they call it. Andy Nagy, the official, is moving in that direction. You can kind of see in the bottom of the screen looking to his left. Not sure what was being said, but whatever it was, Edwards didn't like it. At 5 40-point games this season, 3 have come in his last 5 games, and he's got 7 points already tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he is just a bucket getter, and he could do it on any platform.
So can this guy. Right on the money. Edwards with 10 points, his first 3 of the game.
On the extracurriculars as we move forward.
Well, what fired Edwards up the most was what he thought should have been a foul that ended up costing him.
Anthony Edwards, look, he likes to take on the challenge against elite defensive teams, against elite individual defenders. Houston has a stable of those. Was up trying to talk them through a possession. He hit a shot, had something to say to them, and a laugh as he ran down the court. So this has got some early flavor to.
Green again racing up the court. Missed that shot. Garza with a quick outlet. Edwards in the open floor. Takes the 3 and connects. Edwards with 15. About a 5-second difference in the clocks here at the end of the first quarter. Shannon going baseline and finishes off the window. Anthony Edwards on the step back. Cans it. We're all even at 55, and Edwards with his 3rd 3.
And I saw a little frustration there on the part of Chris Finch, and it's because Dillingham is really struggling from the three-point line coming in. 2 for his last 19. Just had the dunk.
There. Now's Reed. 14 points, 2 threes. That one wouldn't go. Thompson again breaking down the D with the drive and dish. 3 no good from Smith off the heel. And Chris Finch calls it timeout and immediately says
down screen and coming out onto that flare cut where when he catches it, there's nothing else on that side. Momentum. It's almost impossible to keep a guy as athletic as Anthony Edwards is in front of you with that type of action on a quick hitter, and he earns a trip to the line.
1 out of 2. And basically, in so many words, said that's not something that he was concerned with or wanted. Chris Finch, when we talked with him before the game, clarified as Edwards loses the ball and said it's just not something he's going to chase.
You ascend to places like that and get those kind of titles.
And nice play defensively, Jalen Clark ahead to Edwards, and he finishes that time. And Minnesota now on the move, trying to take the lead. Edwards with the blow-by all the way to the rim for the slam. Brooks couldn't make it, though. Minnesota ball down 3. What a pass inside by Reed to Edwards. 25 for Edwards. A season and career-high 53 against the Pistons. And Edwards will shoot the technical to start this second half. Also had a basket by Jalen Clark at the buzzer that was waved off. Ball was still in his hand. Anthony Edwards also had a couple of exchanges with Rocket fans. One in the first quarter and then another right as he was going to the locker room at halftime as McDaniels banks it in to give Minnesota the lead. As Edwards throws it away, not on the same page with Reed after the screen. Eason downhill gets the layup. Udoka, you just saw that look of frustration. Done a tremendous job in 2 years, taking a Houston team that won 22 games 2 years ago to where they are now. Great step through and basket by Edwards, his first points of the 3rd quarter. From a better shooter, Anthony Edwards blows by Holiday, the step through and the score. 29 for Edwards. Edwards now 3 for 10 from deep. Holiday's 3 off target. Edwards tips it to himself quickly into the forecourt. Drives past Green all the way to the cup. Count the basket. What a steal by Garza.
That Garza had cleared some space in there for him to get all the way to the rim.
32 points now for Edwards. Shot clock at 8. Edwards trying to get free. Shannon setting him up. They double Edwards. He dribbles away from it, and Edwards swishes home a 3. What a shot.
You see more and more of this in the NBA. The game we did last week, Golden State Dallas, at one point, Draymond Green was the biggest guy on the court at like 6'6".
Anthony Edwards drills a 3-pointer.
They're patting him on the back and saying, keep shooting the ball. Like, you're going to make the next one, and that's exactly what they need out of him.
That's the growth that Chris Finch wants. Shot clock inside of 10. Edwards going to work on Dylan Brooks. Gets past him and tried to kick it out, but it was turned over. That pass too deep on the baseline for Conley.
One of the reasons for their recent stretch of going 2-7 in the last 9 was losing fourth-quarter leads.
Great move by McDaniels to get to the cup, and it's a 3-point game. Yoon again calling for a clear out, but now you got Brooks defended by Conley, so they go to Brooks. Shot clock at 3. Brooks turning over a double, missing it. Here's Green looking to drive. Gets down the middle of the paint. Smith on the cut. Can't score over Reed. And they're going to foul Green, try to extend the game. Knicks, Celtics, Mavs, Warriors. Inbound to Reed, turn and fire. No good. Thompson rebounds. And the Houston Rockets with a big win at home against the Timberwolves, 121-115.